rhythm. Alright, we're going to do a comparison here between a D-18 Authentic and my personal D-18 GE or Golden Era, which I'm going to get out in just a minute. And instead of playing some songs, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play a series of licks, kind of a low-end lick, a mid-range lick, and then a high-end lick. And I'm going to come in, and the microphone is exactly the same distance on these two, so we can see what a modified GE sounds like versus pretty good D-18 Authentic. And this, again, this Authentic is one from the first year, 2005. And I don't know if they made changes after this or not, but the necks did seem to change a little bit, and etc. I mean, this was the first year that they made the Authentics, and so let's do some comparisons. Not to say which one's better or worse or anything, but just so that you can hear the differences as recorded on an AT Pro 32 microphone, I think it is. Anyway, so you can hear the differences between these two guitars in this recording situation and your listening situation. So I'm going to play a series of licks on these two guitars, and then I'm going to splice them together on the video so that you can hear them actually back to back, A to B. Okay, here we go. Both of these guitars have fresh strings on them. I'm using the same pick. I've got the microphone in the same spot. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to change anything except the guitar. So this guitar is my personal D-18 Golden Era, and I have modified this guitar into about every possible way that I know how to. I took the bridge off, scraped the finish out underneath it, put it back on with hide glue. It's got a bone saddle on it. It has vintage, what are they called? Vintage reproduction. They're from Willie Hanks. These are Willie's vintage reproduction pins. Took the popsicle brace out. I shaved the two rear back braces down. I plugged the tuner holes, and I believe that's it. It has a little bit of a lower action than the Authentic that I'm going to play. I like my action right around 3/32 of an inch, around 90 thousandths of an inch, 93 thousandths of an inch at the 12th fret. That Authentic is 105, so a little bit higher, and so I'm more comfortable in my guitar. So I will say that right up front is that this guitar fits my hands a little bit better, so I'm likely to play this a little bit better. And I have to say this is probably, I've had 4 personal D-18 GEs. This is the best one by far. I mean, clearly. The others were great guitars. This one has a little extra to it. I don't know why. It is a terrific sounding guitar. I noticed that the top grain reflects light differently. My other ones didn't do this, and some of the best guitars I've ever played seem to do that. They reflect the light differently on the top. And the neck on this guitar, it seems like it's just a little bit slimmer and maybe a little bit more rounded and a little bit less V than some of the other GEs that I've owned. This one has a double action truss rod. I don't know what effect that has on the sound, but I will say that this is an outstanding D-18 GE in my humble opinion. At least it fits my style of playing the best. So here's the same licks that I played on the Authentic, and again I'm going to splice these in. I'm going to edit the tape so that you can hear the licks back to back with the Authentic. And again, not to say which one's better, which one's worse or whatever, but just so you have an opportunity to hear the differences between the two guitars in this kind of recording situation and in your listening situation. In an actual playing situation with different picks, different styles, you might pull different things out of the guitars. But here we are. This is an opportunity to have a GE and Authentic in the same room at the same time. So might as well take advantage of it. Besides, it's fun. So here we go. Rhythm.